6:45. This is Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by Lavani Vijayatunga. First, we take a look at the headlines. The President says that the green agriculture system will be implemented from the next cultivating season. 25% of the construction of the Kadawatha-Meerigama section of the Central Expressway is completed at present. A foreign job fair at Anamaduwa today. Suwa Udana mobile health program was implemented island-wide. Daily COVID cases in the country dropped below 1,000. In news overseas, Kiev poses curfew amid sabotage fears. And in sports news, India won the second match as well and sealed the T20 series against Sri Lanka. Those are the headlines, and now more to the details of the local news. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that green agriculture system will be implemented from the next cultivating season. The organic agriculture will be carried out in the country, overcoming the existing shortcomings. The President made these remarks while addressing the inaugural ceremony of the program to award Mahaveli Ranbima deeds to 100,000 Mahaveli recipients held at the Ambalipitia Mahaveli grounds yesterday. Project Director Nalinda Ratnayaka says that 25% of the constructions of the Kadawatha-Meerigama section of the Central Expressway is completed at present. The 37-kilometer stretch consists of 4 lanes. The road commences from Kadawatha interchange and has interchanges at Gampaha, Bayangoda and Meerigama North. 15 kilometers of this segment runs on concrete pillars. It will be open for the public by the year 2024. Sri Lanka Bureau for Foreign Employment conducts a foreign job fair at Anamaduwa today under the patronage of Minister Nama Rajapaksa. The selected applicants will be provided with employment opportunities in many foreign countries. This is a news from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. And we continue with more local news. The Ministry of Health has taken steps to start the Suwa Udana mobile health program implemented island-wide with the aim of providing quality health care to the rural population. The first clinic of the Suwa Udana mobile clinic program had not been held for more than 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic was held at the Bodhimalu Temple, Kurunduwatta Akmimana recently. This mobile clinic is based both on Western medical practices and indigenous medicines. Under the Western medical practices, clinics related to early screening of kidney patients, blood tests, beauty clinics, public awareness programs on non-communicable diseases, laboratory services and many other programs were implemented. Clinics for the entire body ailments were conducted under the Ayurvedic practices. Transport Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi has instructed the Railways General Manager to sell scrap materials in all yards of the Railway Department within the 3 months through proper tender procedures. The minister gave these instructions to the General Manager when she visited the Railway Mechanical Engineering Yard in Debatagoda. Reportedly, there are about 7,000 metric tons of scrap material in the yards of the department, and by selling these, the department could earn around 700 million rupees. And to conclude the local news, the headlines once again. The President says that green agriculture system will be implemented from the next cultivating season. 25% of the constructions of the Kadawatha-Meerigama section of the Central Expressway is completed at present. A foreign job fair at Anamaduwa today. Suwa Udana mobile health program was implemented island-wide. Daily COVID cases in the country drop below 1,000. And that was the local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The main news story for this morning, the Health Ministry says that another 988 persons have tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday. This brings the tally of COVID-19 cases registered in the country thus far to 644,060. According to the official figures, 608,475 positive cases have recovered. Following the new cases, the number of virus-infected individuals who are undergoing treatment moved to 19,419. Meanwhile, the death toll stands at 16,166. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
This is Watchlight.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that necessary measures have been taken for the safety of Sri Lankans living in Ukraine and the surrounding countries. Secretary to the ministry, Janath Columbus, said that diplomatic level actions have been taken in this regard. And that came to you in Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
Headlines of the world news. Kiev imposes curfew amid sabotage fears. France seizes a Russian ship over sanctions. More countries issue airspace ban on Russian planes. Those are the headlines, and now more to the details of the world news. The mayor of the Ukrainian capital, Kiev, has ordered citizens to stay indoors until tomorrow morning as Russian forces close in on the city. A curfew imposed at 15,000 GMT hours yesterday is to stay in force until 600,000 hours GMT on Monday. All those venturing out will be considered members of sabotage groups of the enemy, the authorities warned. The UK's Ministry of Defence has also said that Russian saboteurs were thought to be in Kiev. France has intercepted and impounded a Russian-flagged cargo ship suspected of breaching sanctions imposed by the invasion of Ukraine. The ship, Baltic Leader, was heading from the northwestern French city of Rouen to St. Petersburg in Russia with a cargo of new cars. It is being held at the Channel of port of Boulogne. Russian state media said that the vessel is owned by a subsidiary of a bank targeted in the recent EU-US sanctions. Several European nations have closed their airspace to Russian flights as Moscow faces rising pressure over the invasion of Ukraine. Estonia, Latvia, Slovenia and Romania said on Saturday that they were banning some flights from Russia. Russia earlier said it would close its airspace to flights from Bulgaria, Poland and the Czech Republic after they issued a ban on Russian jets. Meanwhile, Russian-owned planes can no longer enter the UK airspace. And to conclude the world news, the headlines once again. Kiev imposes curfew amid sabotage fears. France seizes a Russian ship over sanctions. More countries issue airspace ban on Russian planes. And that was the world news.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
And in development news, the joint water supply scheme in Kirama, Katuava was vested with the public yesterday. 26,000 families will benefit from this scheme. 2.78 billion rupees has been spent for the implementation of the project. The project will provide pure drinking water facilities to many families in the Hambantota district. And that came to you in the segment of Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928. Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Moving on to sports news, India beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in the second T20 internationals to take an unassailable 2-0 lead in the 3-match series in Dharamsala yesterday. put into bat, Sri Lanka rode Pathum Nissanka's career best of 75 and captain Dasan Shanaka's unbeaten 47 off 19 balls to post a commanding 183 for 5. India fumbled early, but Shreyas Iyer anchored their chase with a masterly 74 not out as the horse achieved the victory target with 17 balls to spare. Iyer smashed his second successive half-century in this match. The third and final match will be played at the same venue in Dharamsala today. That was the sports news. Business news coming up.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
In business news, treasury bills valued at 55 billion rupees will be issued. The central bank said that the auction will be held on the 2nd of March. These treasury bills will mature on 91, 182 and 364 days. The biddings have been called from the primary dealers on government securities. That was the business news. Economic news follows.
Business news sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
And in economic news, Sri Lanka's official remittances in January 2022 were down by 61.6% from a year earlier to $259.2 million, central bank data showed, as workers sent money through unofficial channels at a higher parallel exchange rate. Sri Lanka is trying to enforce a peg at 200 rupees to the US dollar, but money printed to keep the interest rates low and exchange controls, which came in the wake of liquidity injections, have pushed the price to the unofficial market to around 248 to the US dollar and the Hawala or Undial rate even higher. That is economic news and the weather report to conclude.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
The weather report.
And finally, the weather report. The Met Department says that showers accompanied by severe lightning are likely to occur in several places in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central, southern and Nuwa provinces and in the Batticaloa and Ampara districts. Heavy showers above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and Nuwa provinces and in the Gaul, Mathura and Ampara districts. There may be temporary localized strong winds during thunder showers. The general public is urged to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by lightning. And before we conclude this bulletin of news, let's get back to the headlines once again. The President says that green agriculture system will be implemented from the next cultivating season. 25% of the construction of the Kadawatha-Meerigama section of the Central Expressway is completed at present. A foreign job fair at Anamaduwa today. Suwa Udana mobile health program was implemented island-wide. Daily COVID cases in the country dropped below 1,000. News overseas, Kiev imposes curfew amid sabotage fears. And in sports news, India won the second match as well and sealed the T20 series against Sri Lanka. And with that, we conclude this bulletin of news. And now it's back to your Sunday morning host, our good friend Shantima, on the other side of the glass panel to brighten up your day.
Thank you very much, Lavani. That was none other than Lavani Vijayatunga bringing you the early morning bulletin of news. Have a great day ahead and we hope to see you in the evening. Oh no, she says no, but then we will see her very soon, I'm sure. Have a great day ahead, Lavani, and let's move on with our music on the morning show on Radio Sri Lanka, coming your way soon after these messages.
Here's important news.